and welcome back to my channel. Mm, mm, So, we are going to be working soon. So, I don't know if I'm going to be making a lot of videos, but I'm going to try. Yeah. Today we're going to talk about Fresh off the boat. I'm just kidding. That's what I'm watching now. But we are going to talk about Family Matters. I'm done with it. All 9 horrible seasons. I got a lot to say, but I think we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Basically, I got an inflamed. You see, bump here. I don't even know if you can see this one. Bump here. It's getting smaller, but I got like 4 or 5 bumps on my neck. I don't know if it's an ear infection because my ear was hurting. I don't know if it's like eczema on the back. The infection could also be from the eczema because I have eczema in my ears. But it's getting better, so I think I'll refrain from going to the hospital. I'm kind of tired. I think they're tired of me too, let's be honest. They're like, again, at this point, live here. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I might make the video tomorrow because I'm kind of sleepy today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I woke up early. It's been a day. But it is gonna be hotter tomorrow, so I don't know. Actually, I might make the video later today. We'll see. But anyways, the video is gonna be turned somewhere, but we are going to do taste testing on potato sticks, the original potato sticks, made with the butter made special from 1930. I don't think I was ever even thought of at that time. I don't even think my entire family wasn't even born at that time. I don't know. Immediate family at least. But yeah, let's pause and then open it. Okay, so it's like this much. Not bad, I guess. That's what it's looking like. You see it. I've definitely tasted this kind of chips, but like the circle container. I've never tasted it from the bag, so that's what it's looking like. Stop focusing on me. I know I'm pretty, but I don't think it's gonna ever focus on the chips. But you know what they look like. You saw them in the back. Delicious, addicting. I want like 900 more of this. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, what is this? This is not it. Who did this? I'm not gonna lie to you. I was reading the back. Why it say warning? Consuming this product can expose you to chemicals, including, I don't know what that says, which is known to the state of California that cause cancer and birth defect. Like, why would you say that? That's crazy. They just be feeding us just trash, right? And what is this, though? This is not a stick. I don't even know if I should eat it. It doesn't look nice. I judge by my eyes. But it's good. It's good. Very addicting, I'm not gonna lie to you. Who doesn't like potatoes, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's very crunchy fries, basically. A very skinny, crunchy fries is what I would call it. But it's good. Per serving. Okay, let's just go by container. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing, but container 490 calories. Yeah, damn. I think this is more than the plantain chips. That's crazy. I don't think it has any. Oh, it has calcium. Surprise. 2% calcium, 10% iron, and 25% potassium. Everything has potassium. But anyways, that is our taste testing. We will continue the video maybe today if I feel like it. Maybe I'm just finishing the entire chip, bro. It is really addicting. Maybe today or tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'm kind of sleepy, but it'll wake me up just to talk smack about that show. Honestly. But yeah, see you in a little bit or tomorrow.
So, it is like, I don't even know, 2 days after? I don't know. I don't even know when I made the other video. But to talk about family matters, it's gonna take me a while. I think I should be good by Sunday. I am so sleepy, you have no idea. I'm gonna taste test this. I got it from Dollar Tree. Lord knows I need to be dehydrated. It's crazy. I need to be hydrated. It's strawberry and watermelon. It has 0 sugar, so it's giving. It's gonna taste nasty. This is what it's looking like. Very peach-like. Smells good. Very watermelon. Ooh, very watermelon. I don't even taste the strawberry. Yeah. Okay. So we're all feeling better. Just the time is running. Like, I went to sleep. Don't mind my hair, obviously. I had to unbraid it because it literally felt like somebody dragged me. I think the devil was dragging me, and that's why I couldn't sleep. Yeah, eczema on the scalp, yeah, wouldn't recommend. Negative infinity out of infinity. Yeah. So that's pretty much what was happening. But I'm doing better, you know. Look, I'm moving my head. I had to unbraid my hair because it just, literally, like, it's the scalp is inflating like Mrs. Puff's, and the hair is getting tighter and tighter, even though I didn't braid my hair tight. I don't know, but thank God we are doing better. This is really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very watermelon though. I was hoping that it says the funny thing is it says natural and artificial flavoring. This is straight natural. This is squeezed watermelon. That is strong. But I need the hydration. Obviously, I'm gonna go back to work soon, so I looked at it. I was like, I was gonna get my pineapple one that I usually get. They didn't have it, so I said I need hydration. And this is why I don't be making videos. I literally feel like somebody's coming every time. Anyways, hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. This is my hairpin if you're wondering. Oh, it's not a hairpin. I'm just trying to pull my hair back so it's not touching my neck because I don't want to be warm. Because then when I get warm, I get sick. It's just a problem, bro. Too many problems over here. But my hair literally is growing. The drier it gets, the bigger it gets. It's just amazing, really. It was actually down when I unbraided it, and then when I put water on it, also it was down. But then the drier it's getting, the bigger it's getting. It's very weird. But yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't want to make the video too long. We're gonna go in on family matters because who was snorting crack when if I get started, I'm not gonna end. So we'll see you Sunday, hopefully. Welcome back to it's on the side. Too much and more. Oh, welcome and welcome back to which way? The Bummy Podcast. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we are falling. Okay, I was just trying to make myself in the middle of the drama. I'm just kidding. So, this was weird. I'm looking at myself. Obviously, it's weird. Oh, okay. Okay, I said like, oh, that's a little too much. Anyways, welcome and welcome back to the Bummy Pocket. I'm not doing testing. I'm just gonna get right into it, and I hope and I pray to God that it works. The audio, everything works. So basically, don't share. Like, comment, I don't care, don't share. If you know me, you don't know me. If you know me, you don't know me. If you know me, you don't know me. I shouldn't look at myself because it's so weird. Because when I go like this, I'm going to the left. When I go to the right, I'm going, or when I'm going to the left, I'm going to the right. And when I'm going to the right, I'm going to the left. Anyway, basically, we're gonna talk about family matters. We're gonna have a long Bummy podcast chat about family matters. So let's get into it. Basically, it's just one thing after another. You know what I mean? Last time when I talked about it, I believe I was on season 6. There's 9 seasons, by the way. I believe I was on season 6, and I was just disgusted. Throw up emoji. If you haven't watched it, I would say maybe don't watch this video. if you care and you don't want it to be like ruined for you. But if you don't care, watch this video. I talked about how it's so irritating to me that Steve is literally dating Myra, and when Steve changes into Stefan, which apparently they're trying to say on the show that he's a whole other person, he has a whole other DNA. So it's okay for Laura to be all up on him. That's not cheating. That is cheating. What? It was so irritating. And then apparently Steve, I guess they, maybe the producer saw that like that was weird, that like Laura and Myra are literally dating Steve and Stefan, as they want to say. So they decided that Steve, in one of the episodes, don't know which one, don't really care, but in one of the episodes he decides to clone himself. He makes a cloning machine and he clones himself, and then instead of like uncloning himself, I don't know how, regardless, because he cloned himself, apparently his clone turns into Stefan, so that Laura technically has her boyfriend, and then Myra has Steve. And I'm like, this is so stupid. On top of the fact that on the show, everything Steve makes does not work out. So how Stefan didn't mess up, like, you know what I mean? Like, how his clone didn't mess up, I'm still like, what? It doesn't make sense. But anyways, basically, now Laura has Stefan and Myra has Steve. And then the whole Steve dressing up as a whole lady, calling himself, what was the name? What was the name? I don't know. But anyways, it's apparently Steve's cousin. She's obsessed with Eddie. What is its name. What is the name of the character? I have no idea. Myrtle. Oh, I had to think about it. So he dresses up as a whole lady, calls himself Myrtle, and now he's obsessed with Eddie. It's like, I get why. Let's skip to what really made me like bleh. Last season, season 9, episode 14 to be exact. In episode 13, I believe she wasn't there. The mother, the whole mother that has been on all 9 seasons. They switch her to a whole other lady. And ironically, it was when Eddie became a police officer. And like he says mom, and I'm like, Mom, that's not your mother. Who is this lady? Like, no offense to the lady, but why are we changing a character on the last season? What in the world? Like, who is making the show? You know, I feel like they should have just ended it. Like, and I understand why she left. So basically the mother, the character, the original character for the mother, she said the reason she left is because it was just too much about Steve, and she didn't feel like her character was gonna go anywhere. So she was like, I'm just gonna leave. Mid last season, she said bye. Literally, I think there was like 9. I want to say there was like 9 episodes left for the season. And she was like, I'm sick and tired of everything being about Steve. Basically, that's what she said. And I don't blame her. I don't, not even a little bit, because literally it was so annoying. It was so annoying. Everything was about Steve and Laura. And it's like, I get it. They wanted, like, you know, to cater to the audience, because the audience obviously like Steve. Like, it was, I think it was, there was a live audience or not, I don't know, but it seemed like there was a live audience, because every time he would walk in, they'd be like, woo, for Steve. I don't know, man. I'm a big time hater for sure. I'm drinking that haterade juice because I really was so, like, I'm so over it. And I get why she left. Like, it was just too much. It's too much. I'm sure even he hated it, because it's like, the show is literally called Family Matters, but you might as well have called it the Steve Harvey Show. Oh, my bad. The Steve Show. Well, same thing. You know what I mean? The Steve Harvey Show is about Steve. But, like, you should have called it something like that, because the Steve Harvey Show, if it's about Steve Harvey, we're not gonna be like, that's crazy. The show is literally about Steve Harvey. That's the name. Duh. But on a show called Family Matters, you're like forcing Steve Urkel, and the other characters aren't really getting any. Still mad about the whole child missing. Let's literally, how, it's just so weird to me. It's just so weird to me. Even the mom character for which the kid also started, like, the 2 kids, they adopted a kid. Sorry, I'm going all over the place, but they adopted a kid. It was Eddie from That's All Raven when he was a kid. What was his name on the show? I couldn't tell you. What was his name? I couldn't tell you the other kid's name either. The one from The Young and the Restless. What was his name? I don't know. And I'm using both my phone and my laptop, so I feel like since I'm recording, if I leave, it's going to be like, hello. I'm so unprepared. Anyways, the names have left the building, but the 2 kids, they were like MIA for most of the ending of the show. Yeah, I really don't even remember them. They were just focused on, like, oh, who should Laura choose? the roll up emoji. Like, I'm so disgusted. This is very disgusting. They could have done it in a tasteful way, but it's like I literally understand why the mom character left because it was just too much. They just focused on too much of hello. Why did I just glitch? I went like that's crazy. Anyways, I feel like Steve Harvey. My bad. I need to stop saying Steve Harvey because Steve Urkel is not the first word coming to my mind when I say Steve. Regardless, Steve Urkel is just like haunting me. That doll, that it's probably if you watch the show, it's the puppet, the Steve puppet, this Steve-o, as they like to say. Anyways, yeah, that's probably what's haunting my my video and making it glitch. But yeah, I feel like it was just the roll up emoji after throw up emoji. It was just too much. And literally near the end, apparently, oh my god, who could have predicted it? Laura started liking Steve. And even though he's dating Myra, and then when Steve found out, he broke up with Myra, who literally liked him for who he was the entire time. Make that make sense? I don't understand. But anyways, and then she became crazy and she wanted to basically ruin their relationship, ruin Laura's, and mind you, Laura was still dating Stefan. So like, what is going on? It's giving the gardening too. You know what I mean? It's giving gardening to it, and I'm not here for it. Like the whole thing was just ugh. Why would you? Okay, you have a boyfriend. I think that's the neighbor. You have a boyfriend, right? And the person you supposedly like has a girlfriend. Why in the world would you think it's a great idea to break them up? And then you're still dating your boyfriend and him. And she's like, I just can't choose. And then it ended up like they proposed to her or something. I don't even know how it ended, honestly. I don't know. Apparently they proposed, both of them proposed to her, and she was trying to choose. I think she chose Steve. And then apparently he went to space. What the hell? Like who is writing this show? Literally, I was watching it just to finish it. Like, I was already annoyed by the daughter literally being MIA, nobody caring. And the mom changing was crazy. Her sister barely being on the show was crazy. She came like one time for Christmas because her son said he wanted her. Richie, that's his name. Oh my god. You see how like names are not like Richie was what was the other kid's name? I don't know. But Richie wanted his mom on Christmas, and then Eddie decided to go and pick her up even though it was snowing. I don't know what kind of car he has, but it definitely was not made for the snow. So how they got back while it was snowing and the airplanes couldn't fly, but your car somehow went and picked her up and brought, I don't know. I know shows aren't supposed to be realistic, but it's just like everything was just irritating about the show. Everything was just ugh, like my goodness. Just end it. End the show. Honestly, I feel like the mom character left because she's like, is this ever gonna end? Literally, the roll up emoji. But yeah, I don't even know what happened to Stefan. I was gonna say I don't know what happened to Myra, but Myra was even trying to get on the spaceship with Steve. But yeah, the end was basically Steve and Laura being together. They have a whole new mother character, and it's just not a fan. It's just like I don't know. It just felt weird. Like I'm sure people know when they change the mother on what is it called? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like I'm sure people noticed that too, and I think that's just weird. I think that's just weird. Maybe it's because I don't like change. Like if you're gonna make like think for me a show is like a longer movie, and I feel like if you're gonna make changes that drastic, I don't know, just don't even the mom, like the daughter is missing and nobody cares, and now the mom is a different person. Like just end the show. End it at this point. End the show. Was it even worth it to keep going? Was it? I don't think so. Personally, I think the show should have before the mother left, at least before the mother left. Like it was just being dragged. Like okay, they like each other. Oh my god, and it's like it's not like she hasn't kissed Steve before. The wrote up emoji. She literally did for that one for prom. I think it was prom or something. And now they're in college and they're pretending like oh my gosh, shocker. Laura likes Steve. Like literally what? Ugh, it was just so irritating. It was just so irritating. And, I feel like the only characters that just like kept it somewhat okay was like the grandma. I love the grandma. The grandma, the dad, and Eddie were like somewhat interesting. Even like Eddie's friends disappeared. Like, what happened to his friends? He became a cop and like none of his friends showed up anywhere at any time. It was almost like they were budgeting for the show and then they couldn't afford to have more characters. Because I think the only ones that kept coming around was Laura's friend. Not even friends. Laura's friend, one. Singular, not plural. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe they didn't have enough money for the show or something. I really don't understand what they were doing. If I'm being completely honest with you, I have no idea what's going on. Not a fan of the Steve Harvey show. I'm just kidding. I did that one. I did that on. But I feel like my big head is like, maybe should I back up? Is that what it is? I don't know. Because usually my bummy podcasts are not like just fakes. You know what I mean? Okay. I feel like that's better. I feel like that's the same. Whatever. It's a little bit better, in my opinion. But yeah. Not a fan at all. Yeah. Like it really just became about Steve and Laura. It was Steve and Laura. Just be together then. Why the hell would you drag it with my again we're glitching? Stop. Why would you drag it with Myra? Like I feel bad for Myra. They tried to make her seem like I guess a psychopathic ex. I don't know. Literally I still don't know what happened to Stefan. But yeah, I feel like that's just weird to me personally. And then like when Eddie became a police officer, I don't know if he broke up with his girlfriend. What happened with that too? I'm so confused. I'm telling you, like I get why the mom left because the other characters it seemed like were just abandoned. Like stop glitching. Stop glitching, bro. This is so irritating. Alright, whatever. Anyways. Yeah, not a fan. I would give it a negative 1. Maybe I'm not paying attention, but I think it's been glitching for a while. Like, or is it glitching now? Is the time almost done? Have I really been talking for 40 minutes? What time is it? I have not been talking for that long. You're tripping. I'll probably talk for 30 minutes, max. Anyways. It's not like I have a lot to say about it anyways. I just don't like the show. Not a fan. Yeah, it's just they could have honestly it could have been better if it was like Steve like 1, Laura didn't treat him like caca before. And 2, Steve didn't just break up with his girlfriend just because he found out that Laura liked him. I don't know. It's just like it could have been handled better. Maybe season 8. Honestly, even during prom, when they kissed, they could have been like, oh, like now we like each other, blah blah blah. That could have been the end of it. Like the college part was so unnecessary. The only and like adding the whatever character to fight Eddie's girlfriend, not a fan. That's so stupid. It's like she never got the hint. And then he felt bad for her and went with him, to be honest. He went with her to like some, I don't even know. I was supposed to bring my drink. I'm not gonna lie to you, but damn, I'm starting to get thirsty. Anyways, yeah, not a fan. Negative 100 out of 101. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The poor daughter, first and foremost. Y'all just don't even care at all that a whole child is missing. And then the poor aunt, the mom's sister, who literally just disappeared. And they said hers was because she was, like she wanted to explore other roles. But okay, you want to explore other roles, they should have like let you leave in some interesting way or whatever, you know what I mean? Or just like actually explain why she was leaving. Not that she was looking for other roles, but like, had a backstory to it, whatever. Just like they should have had a backstory for the daughter that just disappeared, MIA. Like it was 3 kids and now there's only 2. I don't get it. I don't get it, and nobody's talking about it. And then the fact that they allowed Steve now to live with them because his parents don't like him clearly, and moved to Russia, and he wasn't gonna go to Russia because he liked Laura. So now he's living with them. Now all of a sudden you have 3 kids. They adopted another kid. It's like, so you don't. It's not about the amount of people and the characters, because how Eddie became. And his name is not Eddie. Eddie is the son, but I call him Eddie from Raven show because I don't remember what his name is. Richie was the other kid, the aunt's daughter. The aunt's daughter? Wow, the aunt's son. Daughter is stuck in my head because of the poor girl that they just like threw away from the show. What was his name? I don't remember. I thought it was gonna pop in my head just like Richie did, but he was barely there. I don't know. But regardless, I feel like that's kind of messed up. And like near the end, he wanted to look for his biological mother, and technically his biological mother saw him, but he didn't know that was his biological mother. She's a waitress, and Carl took him there to like just tell him like, he's not old enough, we can live together, even though he knew who she was. But like that would have been, a good storyline, blah blah blah. Like I like that kind of stuff. But the whole Steve Laura, ugh, let it go. But yeah, not a fan. Negative 100, as I said, out of 101. Yeah. Now I think I've said everything that I need to say. I have no other thoughts about the show. Would not recommend. I want to say, even if I recommend, maybe watch like 3 until season 3, maybe season 3, because season 6 is when. I mean, if you care about the daughter, the one they didn't care about, I honestly don't even remember when she stopped showing up. It might have been season 2, 3. It might have been 3. I really don't know. But yeah, I would just watch a couple seasons in the beginning and then just get out of there, because after a while you're like, oh my goodness. And then like the fact that Steve knows he's destroying stuff, and then Laura was like, oh, he makes me laugh. Now or always? Anyways, child, that's my thoughts on it. I think it was do not a good show. After a while, it just like it was giving like somebody that actually produced the show left, and then they didn't know what to do, so they were just like adding whatever they felt like. Cause how you're gonna just let a whole child disappear from the show is crazy. And she wasn't even bad. That's my thing. Like it wasn't even because everybody noticed. You know what I mean? If she wasn't like a good character or whatever, everybody was annoyed with her. Like nobody would care that she left. She wasn't even a bad character. But poor girl. Can't believe it. Anyway, yeah, I keep saying that. Anyway, and then I add on. I'm done with it. I'm done with the show. I finished it. I finished it. That is an interesting word. I finished it, and I would not rewatch it if there was nothing else to watch. I'm not rewatching that ever. But yeah, not a good show, I would say. And it's so funny because I started watching Fresh Off the Boat. And why are they talking about Family Matters? I said, oh my God, it's following me everywhere. It's following. Because what are the odds that a show I'm like, let me watch it. Oh, time is running out? Oh, okay. I'm like, let me watch it. And then it doesn't. But anywho, alright, the time is running out. So let me just sign off. Apparently it's been 40 minutes. I didn't think so. Anywho, thanks for watching. Stay bummy. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen. Tush bye. Ciao. Kwaheri. Sayonara. And don't be like Steve. Yes, you did. And then he started saying, I need to go. And then he started saying, look what you did. Like, I know you lying.